Can you tell me how the grant opportunity will be advertised to nonprofits?
Yes, thank you for asking. I think I missed that part in the presentation. So we would be doing, first we have a list of nonprofit agencies that have either are currently funded by the city, have been funded in the past, or have expressed interest. And so we keep that list going. And that's the first thing we do really is send out information to those agencies. We also will do outreach through the Nonprofit Council, through our other community funders like the Area Foundation, United Way, their lists of agencies, and then there's, of course, a newspaper advertisement.
Thank you. And the funds that are available to nonprofits, faith-based organizations, and public entities, correct? What's an example of a public entity?
That could be a quasi-governmental, like the Center for Healthcare Services. It could be a school district. It could be, you know.
Okay, thank you for bringing that up for me. My only concern about this was the administration fee being set at 30%. What's the justification for that amount?
So we did that to provide that flexing fundability or spending flexibility that especially a small organization would need. And, you know, it's about providing that so that it's reflective of the higher cost of the operations during the pandemic. So agencies have had to spend additional funding to provide PPE or to purchase technology to let them do their programming in a different way. And sometimes, you know, usually that goes under the administrative category. So it would help them hire a development officer if they need to raise more funds. So it's those kinds of activities. It supports implementation of new information and data management and further supports for capacity building initiatives.
Councilwoman, I wanted to add that it's up to 30%.
Okay.
It's not 30%, and we will be reviewing their budget to make sure that those are appropriate expenses. But it was done as a result of Mel and her team talking to several of the agencies. Some of the smaller agencies who've never gone after grant funding have found that that 20% cap just wasn't enough because they need to build more capacity within their organization. So this will allow us to get more agencies to apply and allow them to build that capacity so they can apply for more grant funding in the future.
Okay, thank you. That's very helpful. Specifically, that the city will be reviewing and maybe even critiquing. My concern was that they're hiring somebody that they can't keep after the funding runs out. But I certainly understand capacity building and even the equipment to be able to facilitate. So that was actually my next question about capacity building, so I think you answered that. And then just for funds dedicated to seniors, is there a section dedicated to, or an amount dedicated to, for transportation for seniors?
Yes.
Okay.
And so we are recommending that, let's see, $1 million goes to, I'm on the wrong one, I'm sorry. Actually, $2 million is reserved for senior transportation, and that would help get seniors to senior centers to reduce their isolation. It could help get them to doctor's appointments and to access basic needs services. Maybe they need help with their utility bill, those kinds of things.
And the $2 million will be allocated to a nonprofit, or that would be through the city?
To a nonprofit.
Okay, thank you. So thank you. Those were all my questions. I just want to make a quick comment. Thank you to Ms. Redkin and Mr. Blankenship and I think Mr. Silver that came to speak today. I especially thank you for taking time, of course, to come talk with us. And I'd like to learn more about your organizations. And you're exactly the type of organizations I think that this was meant for. So I appreciate you guys coming today. And thanks again for your hard work, Melanie. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilmember Cabello Havrda, Councilmember Sandoval.